I think we're straight. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? Now, look. I don't have a lot of time. And, look. I want to start off by saying I just got this notification. And I did not know. I honestly did not know that Wednesday at 7 was when Pat usually goes live. Look, hold up. Look, I did not know that at all. So just first off, oh man, I already know someone in this chat probably say something, but I had no clue this day goes on. I don't know. I know there's a few people that do podcasts and whatnot, do live streams for the Panthers, but I don't even know anyone else's schedule. I mean, you see, it's 7:13 right now. I don't even know my own schedule. I actually scheduled this stream for 7 p.m. like way earlier this morning before I was doing stuff, and I still showed up 10 minutes late. So yeah, that's just how we're rocking right now. But I have a kind of good excuse. I don't think he has to evacuate. I think he lives in Charlotte or somewhere around there. So yeah. So we're doing this. It's gonna be a little quick thing. Then we gotta boot scoot boogie, if you know what I mean. We might have to boot scoot boogie up on out of here. What up with you, fine French wine? Notification gang? Hey, what's good? What's up, Johnny? My man Mike Darko was in here before I was. My man Mike Darko was in the chat. I had to fix my thing because I stream on YouTube and Twitch. So, yeah. I stream on YouTube and Twitch. Let me see. Do I have the overlay up here? Doesn't matter. But, so I had to switch it's a whole different thing. I had to go through to my YouTube settings and change the stream key and whatnot. Look. Oh, what up? What up? I was supposed to call you Ben here since your name's Ben. What up, Ben? Florence hit that yeet on North Carolina. Look. Falcons will suck on defense without Jones. I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. I mean, they don't have Deion Jones and Keanu Neal. They're missing their starting middle linebacker and their starting safety in a cover 3 look. They play either cover 1 or cover 3, which means it's either 2 cornerbacks going deep and the safety's down there up there high, or it's just one safety playing up high and it's man everywhere else, or it's like a hook curl inside, or they're playing the flats. But for the most part, it's really just one safety in there, and that means that really Keanu Neal gets the bulk of the snaps, if not most, and just about all the snaps, honestly. So they're in big trouble there. We're missing linemen everywhere. I mean, we're missing linemen literally at all places. We're running with a practice squad on the O line. Let's be real with you, man. We're running with the practice squad, and it's gonna be tough. You feel me? Aaron was high on painkillers. I saw that video. Yeah, I saw that video. I mean, look. I mean, what do you expect? Let's be real. If we're gonna get talking about some real stuff in the NFL, a lot of those guys, I mean, the team's answers, the NFL's answers to a lot of things is to give players really strong painkillers. You'd be surprised. I think you might be surprised just how rampant that kind of stuff is in the NFL in general. I'm not going to front. High hopes for Cam. You got to carry me in fantasy? Yeah, Cam's going to be dope in fantasy. Were we playing in the rain? Oh, yeah, someone did say that, asked if Florence was going to affect the game. Probably not. I mean, Atlanta isn't like the most northern part of Virginia, of Georgia, and I don't see Florence having that big of a deal there. And plus, it's a dome, so even if they were gonna experience some heavy rains in Atlanta, their field's not gonna be affected by it. They might have small amounts of flooding. I don't really see Atlanta really being affected too much by it. I'm not a meteorologist, but it looks like the storm's going to be hitting South Carolina and swooping up. So they'll be getting the edge of it, but honestly, I don't anticipate them really having a problem. I got Pat to give me a shout out. Oh well, shit. I mean, shout out to Pat. Look, man. Like I said, bro. I'm surprised he did that. I mean, it's kind of tough when someone's also streaming at your like established stream time. I think Pat's been streaming for what, a year now, at least a year. I'm not really sure. I didn't start watching. I've never really watched Panthers YouTube content before. But when I started doing my own content, I started looking at other people's stuff, and he's been doing this for like at least a year. So I know it'd be kind of weird. Like, yo, why is this guy doing? Why is he streaming during my time? I've been doing it for like a year now. Look, I ain't mean to. Please don't start nothing. I ain't come on YouTube for no kind of drama. Look, I didn't even know. Look, I didn't even know. Anyway. Yo, those games this past week were kind of lit, right? There's some news to get into. We just placed Daryl Williams on IR, and we signed a guy. who used to play for the. I should pull this up on my computer. Well, the point is, the guy that we signed, he's had some starting experience, but it's kind of strange. I tweeted this out. See, the thing is, when I tell you how to follow me on Twitter, now during the off season, during the preseason, all that kind of stuff, or really it's the off season training camp, I wasn't tweeting much about the Panthers. I don't think people were really following me because they saw me tweeting more about music and just random stuff. But during the season, I'm definitely going to be tweeting a lot more about Panther stuff that I either forget to put in my videos, or things that I think about afterwards, or a lot of other things. I tweeted about this guy, replacing a guy, or signing a guy who just came off IR for half the season from another team is a really strange way. Or signing a guy who was just on IR for half the season for another team in order to replace a guy we're about to put on IR for half the season with a leg injury is kind of strange. The guy we're bringing in is he's been in the league since what was it, 2008? And he spent half the year on IR with an ankle injury, and we're putting Daryl Williams on IR with a knee injury. So both guys have leg injuries. Both guys were on the IR last year. It's a little bit tough, but I think the job is still, I mean, he's still tell lose to lose. I mean, you block your own field goal attempt effectively, it's going to be something else. But yeah, man. Trey Turner's also in concussion protocol, so we're going to be running with our third quarter O lineman, our third quarter preseason O lineman. Let's get to these power rankings. Is everyone getting to these? I really do wish I could play music on stream. That's why I do Twitch streams. That's why for my pregame shows, I do it on Twitch because I can play music, I can play videos and whatnot. When I accidentally was streaming on YouTube last Sunday morning, that video actually got blocked and flagged because I was playing music thinking I was on Twitch. Yeah, so it's a whole different thing. Anyway, man, let's look at this real quick. Christ. Hold up. They don't want me to be great. And apparently my window's weird. I should have looked at this stuff before I got on. We're gonna be good though. We're gonna be good. Actually, all of this stuff has been resized. Wonder why that is. But yeah, we're gonna get to all this stuff here in a second, cause I have some pretty big thoughts about these lists. I can already tell you right now I'm gonna be disappointed. I can already tell you right now I'm gonna be sorely disappointed in these lists, and it's not gonna be funny. Now I know I should have this stuff prepared beforehand, but I forgot I had to change my my stuff. All right, cool. Now we in there. We in here. Look. Week 2 power rankings. Faces in new places who flashed. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. I actually don't even have my original aspect ratio here. We'll do this in a second. Yeah, I was not prepared actually. I forgot my stuff gets resized when I do videos versus when I do live streams. Anyway, man, you gotta bear with me here. I'm not used to streaming on YouTube. All right, so this is the ESPN.com ranking list right here. This is ESPN.com. Can we get the ball out a little quicker? I'll get to that in a second. Curtis Samuels, breaking my heart, Jesus Christ. DJ is not getting the ball, so we can't do anything. Yeah, that's not. Well, we don't. I've talked about this in my videos several times. Anyway, they have the Eagles #1. Okay, the Eagles won against what looks like a bad Falcons team. I'm not gonna front on you. The Falcons look actually horrible. So yeah, I really can't. I really can't even front on that. If them maintaining their spot there is okay with me. I won't be mad about that, bro. I live in a trailer and live in SC. Yo, that is tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would definitely look into making a move, bro. Like finding out like what kind of place you can go to, because that's gonna get bad. Depending on what part of South Carolina you're in, that could get really bad. I mean, really, it's gonna be swooping down more in South Carolina. So honestly, most of South Carolina, unless you're like in the most southern part of South Carolina, is gonna be bad. But Patriots #2. I didn't even watch this game versus the Texans, but I mean, it's gonna be really hard for ESPN to ever, for them to ever say they don't want the Patriots to be up there in the power rankings. So I understand how that's gonna go. I mean, they won their game, so they deserve. I mean, I guess you can't really take them down. The Vikings came up. I mean, the Vikings are a good team. The Vikings are a really good team, and I mean, they beat the Niners, who were wildly overrated. So I mean, when you put your trust in the guy, when you put your trust and your money in the unknown guy, and give him all that money, it's tough. It's tough. You put a lot of pressure on the Niners to be great in just 1 year. They just came off of a year where they should have really went 2-14 or 3-13. Look, why did Christian McCaffrey fumble? People fumble. I mean, if you want to be real, see, everyone's focusing on the fumble, but you're not focusing on what happened on that play. The real question is, why did our center have a swim move, get him right past the guy? The center wasn't even, the guy who forced the fumble wasn't even blocked. So the second that Christian McCaffrey got the ball in his hand, he had no chance. I mean, he would have been hit, but I mean, the nose tackle, which I think it was actually a DT, but he was lined up right on top of the center. He made one move and wasn't even touched by our center. And I want to say it was Ryan Khalil, but at the same time, on that play, the guy looked black. And I don't know how many black guys we have in our O-line, but it didn't look like Ryan Khalil on that play. But the guy who forced the fumble, I mean, he wasn't blocked at all. If you want to watch that play again, I'm sure it's on some kind of highlights or whatever, but he was not blocked at all. 0%. The Rams being #4 is cool with me too. I'm okay with the Rams being there. Honestly, this whole first 5 I'm looking at here is straight. The Jags did really well. I mean, I can't even front on them. The Chiefs going from number 11 to 6 is honestly everything that's wrong with power rankings. We're gonna get into a situation where we were at last year, where we crowned the Chiefs like front runners after 4 or 5 weeks, and then they lose like 6 straight. They went on like a 1-5 or 2-5 run near the end of the year. The Chiefs did horribly, and in the AFC as well. I mean, if the Chiefs were in the NFC, they would not even be contenders. I agree, but when it hits, it might be a 3. Yeah, it might be a 3. It's moving really slow, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going on. With the Falcons starting middle linebacker out, CMC is going to have a big threat in the pass game. Maybe, but I think that's more to do with Ian Thomas. I think the middle linebacker being out is going to be an Ian Thomas thing. They'll probably put safeties in. Will they still run their same scheme of a cover 3? I'm not sure, but I think they're going to have to worry about Ian Thomas a little bit more. Because the first read, I think in our offense, the first read is the tight end, and I think Christian McCaffrey is always the second or third, probably the third. Honestly, I think he's the third read. I think we go tight end, look deep, and then, or maybe it's look look deep real quick to see if he beats him, gets untouched off the line. Look at tight end, back at the X receiver, and then look down at Christian McCaffrey. But either way, the middle linebacker usually either takes the tight end or the running back. So either way, one of the two is going to be open a lot. There's not anyone outside of Deion Jones that can really cover him. And the thing about that is also, if it's not the middle linebacker that gets the tight end or the running back, it's the safety. So it's not the Mike, it's the safety, and both guys are out. So that's what we're dealing with there. I mean, even if I was wrong about it being Ian Thomas, it's either the Mike or the safety. So we're in a good position there, but we also have no blocking at all. So underneath is going to be the game plan this upcoming Sunday. Better question: why is Minnie Tolu on the roster? We have no linemen. Bro, I would let you be a lineman. I don't know what you look like at all, but honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. If you can be out there for a second, I'll give you a 10-day contract. I'll give you an 8-hour contract. Go ahead and make $40,000. I mean, you might not last more than a couple plays, but can you chop block? Can you chop block somebody? Hey, can you chop block somebody? I might let you go out there and do your thing for a little bit, because we need somebody. If there's anybody in the chat who's heavier than, I won't even call it what. If you're heavier than 148 pounds, can you block for half a play? Can you block for half a play? Can you put your body in the way? If you weigh over 148 pounds, please email the Panthers. Email the Panthers today. You think CMC will break out this game because Jones is injured? I'm going to answer these questions, I think, a little bit later, because I think we're getting the same questions over and over again. So I want to make sure that everyone's in here before I answer those questions. But short answer is yes. Same answer goes for Ian Thomas. It's not a question of if they will. It's a question is, will they step up in that role, because the main person who's going to be the main two positions that cover the running back and the tight end in coverage are the middle linebacker and the safety. And since both of their guys are out for the season at those two positions, we're going to need a little something from both of them. The Chiefs being up here, up from 11 to number 6 is really disgusting. I don't like that at all. Packers being at 7 is good. Up from 8, I mean, I'm cool with that, just because they did mount that wild comeback on a good Bears team, or a good first half Bears team. I won't lie. Khalil Mack was underpaid. I thought Khalil Mack got a lot of money. But let me tell you right now, Khalil Mack was underpaid in that contract, and you will not convince me otherwise. Yeah, Jones is hurt. Deion Jones and Keanu Neal, they're starting middle linebacker and starting safety. And they only have 3 safeties on the roster. I think they signed another guy, but there's no... Actually, there might be some good safeties still out there. I think Kenny Vaccaro actually was signed to someone. Who's Vaccaro signed to? Vaccaro, who did the Dolphins play? The Dolphins played whoever the Dolphins played this past week is who Kenny Vaccaro signed with, because he got a pick on Ryan Tannehill. Packers being up here, I'm cool with. Going up only 1 spot is whatever. Now, explain me... Oh, I didn't see this. Wait. We'll keep it right here. We'll keep it right here. Hold up. Ah, come on now. Hold up. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that is supposed to be, who everyone says is going to be a top 2 AFC team. And when we think about the AFC, we think the worst of the 2 conferences by a mile. There's only 3 real contenders. The sports media has been really boosting the Chargers for a minute. We've been talking about the Chargers for the last 3 years. Like, this is their year. Okay, never mind. It's going to be this year. If it's not injuries, it's the Chargers being up 14 or 12 in the 4th quarter and just snatching a loss. They see the W in the distance. They see the W right in front of them, and they go out of their way. They go past the win just so they can get that L. Like, they really do the most just to lose, and it's really sad, because they actually have talent on their squad. But if you actually watch Chargers games, don't just look at the stats or whatever. If you just catch a Chargers game, those are usually at 425-ish. Those second slot games. Watch the Chargers game. They love to lose in late fashion when they really should win these games. I watched at least 4 or 5 games last year. I caught the end of at least 4 or 5 games last year where they were up, and they should never have lost those games. Yeah. I want to see how Chris Clark was out for us. Is that the lineman we got, who was on IR last year? But yeah, so the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got off course there. So the Pittsburgh Steelers. You tell me these guys are the second favorites, maybe even the third favorites, probably the second behind the Patriots. Or it might actually be, I think right now it's actually, what is it, Steelers then Patriots? I'm not sure. They're at least top 3 in the AFC to get to the playoffs, to get to the Super Bowl, really. They tie with the Browns. Now, I know I've said I believe in the Browns, but I always said that I believe in the Browns once Baker Mayfield gets in there, because Tyrod Taylor is a check down king, and he will not make any kind of plays downfield. And you saw when he had to make the play. When he had to make a play downfield to throw to Josh Gordon, how do you miss Josh Gordon? Josh Gordon is easily the second biggest bailout receiver in all of football if you don't count Gronkowski. If you don't count Gronk, then Josh Gordon is easily the best weapon in all of football. The best offensive non-quarterback weapon in all of football. And you underthrow him for a pick to... I mean, honestly, the Browns had... I mean, I don't know if it was bad Browns. The thing is, the Browns do this kind of stuff. Getting their kick blocked, going into quadruple overtime, and getting their... It wasn't even quadruple overtime. They just couldn't score. But getting your kick blocked when you pick off Big Ben for the 8th time of the day... Bro, when you pick off Big Ben for the 8th time of the day and you still can't get you still can't kick up. Everyone knows the Steelers should have lost this game. This game is more of a loss on the Steelers. It says no tie on the record, but this is actually a loss. And for them to actually only go down 3 spots for tying the Browns when you have Big Ben and AB, and you take into account that they don't have Le'Veon Bell, and for them to even... I know if Le'Veon Bell was there, they would have won. But if you have to consider that they won't have Le'Veon Bell probably for the next 9 weeks. For them to still be a top 10 team after Big Ben throws 5 picks and they tie the Browns is just automatically... ESPN loses all their credibility for me. Olsen's injured? Yeah, I did a video on that. What's my beef with the Steelers? What are you talking about? They tied to the Browns. I don't understand. Jay, you really actually do love the Steelers. I don't know why, but when I tell you that when you tie the Browns and you're a favorite, you're a top 6th favorite in the whole league to make the Super Bowl, and your first weekend you tie the Browns and your quarterback plays horribly. The only quarterback who played worse than Big Ben was Nate Peterman. I can't even say his name. I can't even say Nate Peterman. Exactly. Dude, Jay, that's not the problem. The problem isn't that the Steelers slacked off in the 4th. The problem is that the Browns should have never been in that game. Now, I know the divisional rivals, and I know it's the first week of the season, but if you're the Steelers and you're struggling versus the Browns with Tyrod Taylor, I could bring up Tyrod Taylor's stats from that game. He did not have a great game. Decent percentage, but the point is the Steelers shouldn't be 8. I guess that's the big thing there. They're gonna bounce back. They'll have a good record this year, but you have to understand that for the Steelers, my biggest problem with the Steelers is that we love to give them props for having good records, but we all understand that the Steelers aren't about having a good record. For the Steelers right now, and for the last 2 years, honestly, for them, their seasons are win the Super Bowl or bust. Like they're not in the business. Like if we have a good season, if we go 13-3, 14-2, everyone's say that's a good season for us. Even if we miss the Super Bowl, if we go to the NFC Championship game, we go 14-2, it's a good season for us. If the Steelers go 14-2 and then go to the AFC Championship game, don't make the Super Bowl, it's still a bad year for them. What their standard is getting to the Super Bowl and winning. And if they don't, and if they can't with Big Ben again and AB, and I guess Le'Veon isn't really there, but that's part of the window, then it's really it's kind of a wash for them. The Saints losing to the Bucks and still being top 10 is just disgusting to me. How you let this man Ryan Fitzpatrick drop a 48? Ryan Fitzpatrick almost dropped a 50 burger on the Saints, a team that was a top top 3 projected to go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl this year. You let the Bucks with Ryan Fitzpatrick drop 400 yards on you? 400 yards, was it 4 or 5 touchdowns? I think, was it 4 passing touchdowns and a rush touchdown? What happened in that game? Does it really matter? I mean, it doesn't really matter. But the Saints still being number 9, and then the Falcons losing in spectacular fashion. Look, the Falcons losing in spectacular fashion with the game plan literally being sold up to Julio. If you remember my video I did, I think this one from today. I'm not sure. I record my videos so far ahead of time and then schedule them to upload a little bit later, like a couple days later. I forget like which videos I talk about things. I spend like a night recording like four videos, maybe 3 or 4 videos. So it gets kind of confusing in my head to like think about the videos that I've like when I said what in different videos. But I think it was the video that just dropped today, the preview of the Falcons and the Panthers, where I mentioned that the last 4 or 5 plays in that game, where they had 5 shots in the end zone, in the red zone to win that game, that the Falcons offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian, he called 4 verts 5 times in a row. Actually, I think they were empty. I think it was actually 5 verts. I think it was actually 5 players going straight into the end zone. There was no play art. They didn't even try to go underneath, try to go low real quick, and then I don't know. Part of it probably was Matt Ryan, but part of it has to be your offensive coordinator not being able to draw up a single play. At least have like a screen or something, maybe a quick slant on first, second down, or do something. McCaffrey should be in the slot way more this week. I don't agree with that. In the slot? I don't think so. If Curtis Samuel is actually back, he was on the injury report. I'm not sure if he's probably gonna be back this week, honestly. But no, we need him to run the ball. Plus we have enough going on back there. If Christian McCaffrey's in the slot, then that means we're probably gonna be going 4 or 5 wide. So I mean maybe, but I don't see us having a running back in the backfield and Christian McCaffrey being out wide, unless it's Arma. But really, I just don't see that happening too much. And I don't see how we win our game. How do we have 1, 2, 3 teams without a win? The Steelers tie the Browns. The Saints get blown out, and I mean blown out by the Bucks. And the Falcons put up a terrible showing in the first game of the year versus the Eagles. Now, the score was kind of close, but it was a bad game all around. It was a defensive struggle, honestly, but both teams played poorly, and I mean horribly, on offense, and you still put the Falcons above us? You still fix your lips to say, I think the Falcons are ranked a little bit above the Panthers. Hold up. Who wrote this? There's no author. I think it's a power panel. A group of more than 80 writers, editors, and TV personalities evaluated how all 32 teams stacked up. I mean, here's the thing. You see ESPN power panel and you hit this X. Actually, you can't see my bar. But you hit the X. You say, okay, ESPN power panel. ESPN power panel. Is that what we're doing now? That's how we're doing it. Will Cam ever turn into a real smart quarterback? Damn. I did not know I was this big of a channel. Yo, I'm not gonna front. I had no idea I was this big of a channel. Dude, we have a special guest here. We have Kelvin Benjamin in the chat. Kelvin, how are you doing? Will Cam ever turn into a real smart quarterback? Kelvin, I want to talk to you. If you have a chance, hit my email. It's in the description of all my videos. If you want to do a quick little interview, like a Google Hangout maybe, we can do it over the phone if you want to, bro. I would love to talk to you about football, life in Buffalo, Nate Peterman, how you guys are doing up there, your time in Carolina, bro. I got to find out. I would love to have you on the show, and we could talk about a little something. I would love that. Hit me up, please. Please. We need to call more Maxwell checked. We need to call more. We need to call better linemen up. We need to have someone's phone number. We can call a play, but I need to call someone with better skill on the line. I'll tell you that right now. I'm looking at, look, I know a lot of people in North Carolina who are kind of overweight. We could find someone. we can find someone in North or South Carolina who's a little bit overweight to get on the line for 3 plays. Oh, man. I was mad we got him when we went 2-14. What's that got to do with the last, 4 years? The last 5 years? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the man only put up the most impressive quarterback season, the most impressive rookie quarterback season ever in 2011. Now, you can argue that, was RG3's rookie season better than Cam's? I mean, Cam put up 4,000 yards passing, 35, it was 35 combined touchdowns total. I think it was 21 through the air and 14 on the ground. I think he threw 12 or 15 interceptions. Was it 21? It might have been 21 and 17 through the air. It was a bad ratio, but he did throw 60%. And Cam's rookie season was crazy. It was wild. But I'm not gonna lie, was RG3's better? I think RG3's rookie season might have actually been better. And it's tough to say, but I remember when I watched, and the thing was, it was actually just the next year. So you're like, yo, Cam just did all this stuff here. And then you see RG3, and I won't even lie to you, bro. Say what you want to about him afterwards. RG3's rookie year was, I remember thinking, yo, this is actually Vic. Like, Cam can never be Vic because Cam's a power kind of quarterback. He can actually stick you. He's fast, but he's not Vic fast. RG3 was slim. He was fast. He could make people miss, but he was not smart enough to learn how to slide. I'm getting off topic here because we're not even talking about the list anymore. But I remember that they talked about how they brought in guys, coaches, and players from the Washington Nationals to come in and teach RG3 how to slide. Now, if you're 20-plus years old and you do not know how to slide and you're making millions of dollars, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue what to tell you. If you have to get a pro baseball player to teach you how to slide, it's tough. It's tough. Hey, Quincy Hamilton, my first super chat. I didn't know what a super chat was for the longest time. We need to rotate Anderson with Chris Moore. I agree. I couldn't say it better myself. I mean, the thing about it is, I understand we want to push Christian McCaffrey, and we want to make sure that we can prove everyone, yo, I don't think he's a bust, but people are kind of doubtful about picking him so early, and people had their doubts early on. I mean, he was great in college. He was amazing in college. And Stanford has another really great running back who averaged 8.3 yards per carry. I think it was in the first week. Who did Stanford play the first week? I forgot. But their running back that they have now is maybe better than Christian McCaffrey. I can't even front. I thought Christian McCaffrey was doing something. This man was... Either way, point is, I think we're trying too hard to push the issue with Christian McCaffrey. And the thing is, we brought on C.J. Anderson for a reason. We didn't draft a running back for a reason. Bo Scarborough. I remember him back in the day. I'm over that. Look, man, if y'all were here for that, if y'all were here for, the draft days, oh man, you couldn't watch a single video of mine without me mentioning Bo Scarborough. You literally could not come to a video of mine without me mentioning Bo. I'd be talking about something completely different. I just bring up Bo Scarborough out of nowhere. And even for a week and a half after the draft, I'll talk about Bo Scarborough. Anyway, man, yeah, we definitely need to bring in Chris Moore, or bring in C.J. Anderson more. I guess it's still Chris, honestly. But, wait, what is C.J.'s first name? Is it Chris? It doesn't really matter. But yeah, he needs to come in. I don't know if he's going to be like the red zone back or like the green zone 10 and N kind of back, like our power back. I do believe that Christian McCaffrey can do well between the tackles, but we have to let C.J. Anderson do a little bit more too. I think our best system was, if you remember, we had our best success when we were a split back kind of team. Not a split back formation, but when we had a 1-2 punch and we kind of split the carries. I think we're trying to go more 80-20 with Christian McCaffrey, but I think our scheme and our team and our culture has been one that's always benefited from, an even back system, maybe 60-40 35-65 at the most. But really, a 60-40 split for our running backs would be a little bit better. And then, Christian McCaffrey, that's just running. Christian McCaffrey can still line up in the backfield and get passes. I just mean by running play-wise, it should probably be split a little bit more evenly like that. Who led the team beating Brady twice? Hey, talk to him. The Ravens? Who did the Ravens beat? I don't know who they played. I don't believe in the Ravens. I mean, the fact that the Ravens are even number 12 in this list is enough reason for me to stop reading this. The Chargers still being number 13 after losing. I'm never gonna. These guys, I don't know, man. ESPN is just always gonna have some kind of love fest with the Chargers. They're gonna push this LA team, and I understand LA just got a team, so they have to push and make these guys seem like a really great team. Because if you talk more about an LA team, that's a huge market, and you have to bring in viewers from LA. And there's a lot to do in LA. So, I mean, you can be in LA and do a lot of fun things without watching the Chargers. And that's just facts. Like, if you're in Baltimore, I'm pretty sure there's not much more fun. There's not a lot more fun things to do than go to a Baltimore Ravens game. You're in Charlotte. There's a lot of fun things to do in Charlotte, but going to a Panthers game is still one of the top, 3 things as a football fan. But you can be a diehard football fan in LA and still find at least 12 and a half different things to have more fun at when you're just living in LA. So you have to push the LA market a little bit. CJ's bigger but not faster than Stewie, but Christian isn't as fast as D'Angelo in his prime. I agree with that. Him and CMC should be in at same time in the red zone. I agree with that too. I think we do really well in a split back formation though. I think we do, what is that, wishbone? I think we do really well with them split back. I wonder why teams went away from that. Or at least in pistol. Honestly, if we just were in pistol, put CJ Anderson behind Cam and put no. What would I do? You know what? I would put Christian McCaffrey beside Cam and put CJ Anderson behind Cam in the pistol and do it like that. Do it like that. Or we can go full Panther and have Arma back there as well, but we probably want to have more receivers out. But the point is, if we just were in pistol and have 2 running backs back there with them, we could do a lot of things out of that. Triple option, swing passes, screens out there, different run plays. I mean, different play action and fake handoff to one, flip to the outside. I mean, different things we can do in just a pistol formation. What up, Ty? Your phone's going dead? Oh, damn. Better find that charger, son. The Bills with KB, wide receiver. Look, Kelvin can be the greatest receiver of all time, but if you have Kelvin, you got Nate Peterman throwing it to you. It's a whole different. You in a whole different mode. You in a whole different mode. He said any other quarterback. Look, anyway, who will have 1,000 years catching? I'm just joking. Who will have 1,000 yards catching the ball for us over the 88 or 22? Well, I can guarantee that 88 will not be having 1,000 yards. So those are the 2 choices. It's going to be Christian McCaffrey, but I 100% doubt Christian will ever even sniff 1,000 yards receiving. I don't even go past this anymore. I mean, Redskins beat who they beat? I forgot. Oh, the Cardinals. Yeah, the Cardinals were trash, man. Wasn't that like 24-6? They were up 21-0 at half against the Cardinals. They went up 5 spots. Texans lost. They stayed where they were. Big trash. I mean, this is they have the people they like. I want to go ahead and go to a different list here. Seahawks are going to be doing real poorly. It sucks, but I mean, Earl Thomas signed that tender. It's tough. The 49ers went only down 2 spots. Tampa Bay Bucks. Look at this, man. The Bucks went from 25-19 after putting up 48 points on the Saints. This is when you know. This is when you know, bro. This is when you know. The Bucks put up 48 on the Saints. Look at this. Hold on. The Saints pregame ranking was 3. Their preseason ranking was 3. And the Bucks preseason ranking was 25. That's 22 spots. And you blow them out and you only rise 6 spots and they only drop 6? I'm sorry, bro. Oh man, where they do that at? Bro, Where they do that at, bro? I don't. Oh my god. Where do they do that at, man? Jeez, huh? You going to the game Sunday? That's what's up. There was a small moment in time when I was gonna be moving to Atlanta, this summer. So well, I don't talk about that. But yeah, I was gonna be moving to Atlanta this summer, but those plans fell through, to say the least. But yeah. Did we sign a receiver? No, we signed an offensive lineman. What's his name again? I remember he started like half the games last year for whatever team he was on, and he was on IR with an ankle injury. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the let's do NFL.com's. Dolphins went up 8 spots after winning. I have money on the Dolphins game this Sunday. If I die, I don't have to pay it off. That's not even funny. That's not even funny. Oh, what's up? Where we at? Did I rip? Did I rip? Am I still up or not? I don't know. Are we good? Someone said rip in the chat. Did I go down? I don't think I'm down. I'm seeing it. I'm looking at my screen right now. I think we're straight. We might be. Same 2 teams up top. Makes sense. Vikings still here. Rams at 4. I agree with this. This first 5, I 100% agree with. Eagles, Patriots, Vikings, Rams, Jags. Honestly, the Patriots probably aren't the number 2 team in the league, but until they start losing, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like it's just kind of one of those things where this is one of the things where I actually do believe in them. Looking at history, for this, because you could make a strong argument that the Vikings, Rams, and Jags, well, Vikings and Rams at least, are better teams than the Patriots, but you have to give the Patriots the nod there. I have no problem with that. The Chiefs being here after... Wait, what the hell? Wait a second. I'm not even on the NFL. Oh, I didn't even... Jesus. I didn't even... Okay. I didn't even change sites. Like I was thinking like to myself, like damn. I was like, damn. Why are these sites look very similar? Like, why do the ESPN and NFL sites look that similar? All right, we're good. Okay, we're good. Eagles won. I was like, yo, these rankings are actually eerily similar. Okay. So yeah, the Eagles won. Yeah, like I said, I'm cool with the Rams being here. Eagles won. Rams 2. Vikes. Okay, so yeah. So like I said, you can make an argument for the Rams and Vikings being better teams than the Patriots, but I wouldn't be too upset. Like I said, I'm not upset with the Patriots being number 2 there, but yeah, them being they actually came up from 5. Okay, I'm cool with that. 1, 2, 4, 5. Then who lost? Oh, it was the Falcons probably. Falcons probably came down. Okay, so we're looking at this here. The Packers are number 6. I mean, I guess. Actually, I'm cool with that. The Falcons still being 8. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Are you telling me? Do you dare? Do you dare tell me? The Falcons move up despite the season opening loss due to ugly performances from the Saints and the Steelers. They lost and they still are higher than us? Bro. Dude, tried to catch as much of the Panthers, the Cowboys Panthers as I could Sunday. They don't even watch the game. They don't even watch the game. Bro, these guys don't even watch the game. Tried to catch as much of the Cowboys Panthers as I could Sunday. Every time I looked up, Carolina was out hustling, out hitting, and outworking the famed visiting team. Oh, man. I think there's different criteria. I think that might be part of it, Jalen. But I think there's different criteria for different lists. I don't know if it said it in this one. I'm not going to scroll back up there because whatever. But, so, they understand that Keanu Neal towards they lost in a terrible, terrible way to the Eagles. They acknowledge that Keanu Neal tore his ACL. Then this is an update here, but you lose your safety and you still put the Panthers below them. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. That's the thing, exactly. We only move up potentially one spot because I don't see the Packers. I mean, unless these guys. I mean, honestly, that's the thing too. Even if the Eagles, Rams, Vikings, Patriots, Jags, and Packers all lost, and we won our game, we'd still be ranked below them. Unless they all got blown out. But it shows, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I bet the Saints are still top 12. There it is, 12. Actually, how do you do? What can you do to appease these guys? You can tell that these guys only watch the big name games, and I mean, you have to push a certain narrative. I understand, bro. I understand, but it's kind of sad when you think about it. When you really think about it here, because these guys got beat and actually got torn apart by the Eagles and had no heart. Their offense was one player. Their quarterback was bad. Their defense was all right, but they lost their linebacker and their safety, and you still haven't ranked that high. We win our game. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. We'll get to this. We'll get to this Bleacher Report list in a second. But at least the NFL.com has the decency of. I mean, the Steelers just for losing, or I guess tying the Browns, shouldn't be top 10. They should be number 11 just off that. Give the Chiefs the 10 spot. But honestly, I'm okay with them being 10. But, man. But, it's hard for me to even give them, to even respect these lists, given the loss of all credibility. Chargers are 0-1, but it's all good. Only went down 4 spots. Texans lost, only went down 1. That's cool with me, actually. Bears only dropping 1 spot after a loss is actually a smart one, because the Bears actually have a good team. They can do pretty well. Giants are going to be... Who do the Giants play? The Cowboys? They might be 1-1. I don't care who wins that game, honestly. Well, there's a Giants fan who'd be getting crazy sometimes that I know. So, I technically want the Giants to win. Or the Cowboys to win, but I really don't care. We'll scroll this real quick. They came up 9 spots. That's cool. Pep will shut down Matt Ryan. Yeah. 100% agree. 100% agree. Bengals, Niners, Dolphins came up. Oh, they didn't come up at all. Where did the Browns go to? The Browns only went up 1 spot for tying. That's tough. That's tough. All right, let's go to Bleacher Report real quick. No. What are we doing? What are we doing? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Entering week 2. All right, cool. All right. One thing that I don't like. There's a few things I don't like about the Bleacher Report as a website. First off, they do some really fanatical reporting, meaning the things that they talk about. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I am still live. That was weird. Panthers not better than the Jags? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Jags are good. Jags are good. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Bleacher Report doing these huge pictures for all their things. They do a good enough write-up. They do the biggest write-up, but these big pictures for their things here are kind of cool, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of them. But it is cool for them to go down from 32 to 1. Lions look bad. I mean, the Browns are better than the Lions. Dolphins are at 28 after a steal. That's tough. Titans, dang, the Titans. Well, that's even tougher. The Dolphins beat the Titans, and the Titans are still ranked higher than them. The Titans only went down 2 spots. Why not? The Jags are a really good team. They had a really good year last year, and they didn't get worse. I mean, honestly, all the Jags have to do is have Blake Bortles not turn the ball over, and they're a Super Bowl bound team, 100%. And the Jags are built to win. The Browns being 24 is actually. We can't beat the Jags? That's not what I'm saying. Wait, what? The Browns are ranked way lower than the Steelers. The Browns almost beat the Steelers. It's not about whether a team can beat another team. A lot of teams can beat other teams. The Bears beat us last year, and they were never ranked higher than us. But I think the Jags are built with more talent on their team. For 100% fact. Well, I mean, that's not even an opinion. The Jags are built. The Jags are built with a lot more talent on their team right now. I mean, you had to, if you watch football at all last year and saw what they did coming into this year, they have a lot. They're a good team. The Jags are a top 5 team in the league for sure. The Jags are definitely a top 5 team in the league for sure, and the Panthers aren't. I'm gonna be real. The Panthers aren't a top 5 team in the league. Like I want to be like. I can be that kind of person on the internet to tell you that the Panthers are number 1 at literally everything to do with football and football-related activities. But, I mean, the Jags are really good. The Panthers are probably a good top 7, top 8 team But we're not built. We're not built better than the Jags right now. Wes Horton could be most improved. Maybe. What up, Antoine? Is Trey Turner out? He's in concussion protocol. I'm going to just scroll down here. Dang, they had the Cowboys ranked 15? That's tough. I'm going to scroll down here real quick. The high was 16, low was 26. What are they at? 20? It's not bad. People were calling them a 16. You know. On offense, we are better. On defense, it's close. The Jags take it on defense. Are we better on offense? I think maybe our weapons might be. Our weapons might be, but their O-line is way better than our O-line, which is the cornerstone to any good offense. Their O-line is way better, and we can. I mean, they have Andrew Norwell, which there's not a single player on our O-line better than Andrew Norwell. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is their O-line for offense. Their O-line for sure. And Leonard Fournette, I'm gonna be real with you. You might be sleeping on Leonard Fournette. Y'all might be sleeping on Leonard Fournette. I know. I think we all love Christian McCaffrey, but I think we're sleeping on. I'm not even trying to boost the Jags right now. I was asked a question. I mean, Leonard Fournette and the good old line. I mean, it's tough. Do we win the division? I'm telling you right now, I have no clue. The Bucks dropped 48 points on the Saints. The Falcons lost to the Eagles, and their whole offense is just 100% lost. We don't have Greg Olsen, and our O-line's looking bad. I'm so confused. Look, literally every team I thought was going to be good is not doing good, and all teams I thought was going to be bad this year. The Jets dropped 48 points. Who the Jets beat? The Jets dropped 48 points. Oh, on the Lions. The Lions look bad. The Lions is actually terrible. But yeah, the Jets dropped 48 points. Weren't we just saying last year the Jets were going to go winless? And they had a bad season last year, didn't they? They're like 7-9 or 6-10. I think they had a bad season, right? Patriots, Jets, Bills, Dolphins. Who had the worst record there? Actually, I think the Jets had a decent season last year. I think it was 6-10 or something like that. Point is, I have no clue how anyone's gonna do. After this first week, I gotta let you know, week 2. If I'm even still here, I gotta let you know week 2. I have no idea what anybody's gonna do in the NFL, and that's no cap. I have no idea. It looks like everyone's trying to surprise someone. Yeah, 2K. Our D line is top 2. And honestly, when I was looking at the Rams got no inside pressure. They have Ndamukong Suh and they have Aaron Donald, and they had no interior pressure on the Raiders. The Raiders lost the game obviously by a lot, but it was kind of close early. And Aaron Donald had, I think, an early sack or an early hit on the quarterback. But watching the whole game, they got no interior pressure. And they should have been, and with Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, you should at least get interior, maybe even exterior pressure. At least get a sack from the outside, because Ndamukong Suh or Aaron Donald are both double team magnets. So it should be 1-on-1 on both outside parts. Bring in a blitz from the outside, and you should get in pretty much clear. But there was no interior pressure from the Rams. So I think that we might have the best front four in the league. Eagles look really good too. Actually, the Eagles D-line is really good too. We probably have a top 3. I think we have a top 3 D-line. Stafford was your fantasy quarterback? Look! You need to be working that waiver wire. I mean, Sunday night. Or I guess Tuesday. Tuesday morning, whenever the waiver wire opened for you. You need to, you need to be working that. Look. Literally anybody. You probably would have got more. You probably would have made more points. You definitely would have scored more points not playing a quarterback at all. If you started Matt Stafford, you lost points by even having a quarterback in. That's tough. Bengals 16, Bears 15. I respect that. I respect the Bears being a top 15 team. This is actually, the thing is, Bleacher Report has some really terrible reporting sometimes, and they do go left field a lot. Do I think the Falcons are a number 14 team in the league? I don't know. Does it make me feel good to see them this low? And to look at this picture? Yee! That's tough. Chris Long hitting Matt Ryan. Got that face on? Look. Whoa. Now this is something I really can't get down with. Look, okay, high being 7, I can respect that kind of. The low being 23. Someone at Bleacher Report said that the the Falcons are a number 23 team. Look. I dislike the Falcons as much as any sane person does. And I understand they had a terrible showing last Thursday. But number 23? Oh, behind who? Behind who? Bro. Oh, man. Just imagine fixing your lips to say the Falcons should be a number 23 team in the league after the first week. After only losing by 6. I mean, look, hey. I'm never going to tell the guy I don't like his opinion. I love that. I love that opinion. But realistically, 23? That's tough. 23 is tough. Texans, whatever. Chargers still being top, they're top 12-ish. Saints being, now I can respect this list already. Off top, teams that lose games should not be in the top 10. Saints, you got blown out by the Bucks. I'm sorry. Packers are number 10, which means we're looking at something real glitchy. The Steelers being at 9 still, which is kind of weird, but technically not a loss, so I can understand that. I guess I did say teams without a win, but I guess I should have said teams without a loss, or teams with a loss shouldn't be in the top 10. The Steelers don't have a loss. They did tie the Browns, which is almost the same thing. Panthers are 8. Panthers being 8. Week 1 went about as well for as the Panthers as a week can go. Victorious. The Saints stumbled against the Bucks, and the Falcons fell on Thursday. Yep, I mean, look. That was actually the perfect setup. Who plays the Bucks this week? I forgot. Who plays the Saints? I don't even know. I forgot. Yeah, I mean, top 8. I mean, Bleacher Report. If you're, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been looking at power rankings a lot since last year, but when I was on Twitch, I would do power rankings streams. I used to do something very similar to this on Twitch, but Bleacher Report seemed to be the only one of the sports reporting news places that actually ever gave the Panthers a chance. Like they actually respect us a little bit. Bleacher Report has some ridiculous articles with some very bad conclusions, but they did one of their things I could respect them on was that they actually watched Panthers games. I mean, the guy from NFL.com admitted he didn't watch the Panthers game, but he wanted to talk on it. He said, I wanted to watch. I watched as much of the Panthers game as I possibly could. I tried, and then made some lame. They were out hustling, out hitting, out spiriting the Cowboys, which means he read an article about the game after the game was on, after the game went off, and he may have switched to Fox. Okay, the Panthers are winning? Still? Okay, they're still winning this game. Okay. Still winning? Alright, back to this other game. What up, Monty? Philly plays the Bucks? Oh yeah, then look, Philly about to give us I'm an Eagles fan. I'm an Eagles fan for right now. If the Eagles can beat the Falcons for us, the Bucks beat the Saints, and then the Eagles beat the Bucks, and if we beat the Eagles later on this year and we split with everyone else, I think we hold the tiebreaker. I think if we beat the Eagles and then we split with everyone in the division, I think we hold the primary tiebreaker. Browns versus Saints, that's a quick loss for the Saints. That's a quick little loss for the Saints. Let's go. Hey, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Quick little loss. A quick little loss for the Saints. Yeah. Hold up. See, this is where they do it, man. This is like I said, man. This is where they do it. You think you can like a Bleacher Report article, and I'm 100% glad that we have the Panthers at 8. I mean, kind of weird that we got chosen 8 and the high was 8, low was 12. But just when you think you can actually love and appreciate Bleacher Report, they do this to you. They throw the Ravens at 7. We're not splitting. We have good teams in our division. How do you throw the Ravens? How do you throw the Ravens? I don't know. That's tough. This is one of them things. Chiefs, I mean, I guess. Jags, Eagles, or the Patriots. The Patriots are at 3. Then Rams and Vikes at number 1. Vikes, Rams, Patriots, Eagles, Jags. I can respect that too. Chiefs. I didn't even watch the Chiefs game. You know what? I should watch that game. That's like several channels. There's actually maybe 2 or 3 channels. I know about 2 channels for sure that have full replays of NFL games on YouTube. You can just check out. You can just type in full NFL game 2018, 2019. Look at those. I want to watch this Chiefs game. There's a lot of hubbub. There's a lot of hubbub about the Chiefs. I need to see that Chiefs game. I have to watch I have to watch the Jets game. Whoever the Redskins play this week, I have to watch their game from last week. Who do they play? Is it the Dolphins play the Jets. Dolphins play the Jets. I need to watch I already have money on that game anyway. Dolphins have the Jets. The Redskins play the Colts. Yeah, the Colts lost. And Andrew Luck threw 53 times. But he lost to who again? The guy he lost to only threw 28 times. That doesn't matter. The point is, I have to see that game. I have to watch that whole game because I know a dumb Redskins fan who wants to bet with me. Oh yeah, Tyreek Hill's a monster. What up, Monty? Be prepared for everyone being on Manhurst this weekend. Look, man, I did not know y'all had something crazy. Y'all had something crazy against Chris Manhurst. I was shocked. I thought y'all were trolling me at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought y'all was trolling me at first because people were saying they're talking about Manhurst being trash. I said, wait, y'all even care about Manhurst? Oh, the Bengals? Okay. I can mess with that. Is Curtis playing this weekend? He should. He's on the injury report, though. So it's not clear yet, but I think the general thought is that he should be playing this weekend. Yeah, Rex was definitely one of the people who was talking about it. I remember Rex was talking about that. Yeah. I did not know. It's one of those things. Ian Thomas starting? Pretty sure he's starting. Yeah, pretty sure he's starting. Alright, y'all. This is a pretty decent list. What are we? We were 11. What was it? 11, 12, and 8? Decent, but we should have been top 10 across the board. And it's hard to, be proud of being 8 with Bleacher Report when they have the Ravens at 7. I don't even care if we weren't top 10. When you have the Ravens when you have the Ravens top 7, I mean, that's one of those things. It's really one of those things, man. Either way, y'all, how long have I been live? An hour and only an hour 10 minutes. That's right. I got a late start. What was I gonna talk about? There was something else I want to talk about. I talked about the lineman we got. Did the full report on the power rankings. What else was there? Anything? Anything else? What up, King? They killed the Bills, though. I mean, if you don't beat the Bills by a strong 30, I don't know what you're doing. Be real with you, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Curtis Samuel will be good. I 100% believe in Curtis Samuel. I feel like there was one more thing I want to talk about. Oh yeah, what are you guys' thoughts? I'll end with this. What are you guys' thoughts on Greg Olsen? I think I tweeted this out, but I think that it's a little bit weird to me that Greg Olsen refractures his foot and they plan to opt to go no surgery. They plan to go straight rehab. It kind of worries me a little bit because to me, I think I mentioned this in the video, but to me, it looks like the Panthers are looking at, life after Greg Olsen. I'm not 100% sure if Greg comes back next year. That's because going out for 10 weeks with the same injury last year and then not going for surgery this year makes me believe they're going to try to get him in as soon as possible, try to rush him back. Because if he gets the surgery, he's probably out till week 12, week 13, 14-ish, possibly if he goes on IR. And another thing is, we're not even putting him on IR. So I'm worried we're going to rush him back by making him go straight rehab. But if this is a recurring injury, and he was already on a late addition, mind you, he was a late addition to the injury report for the game on Sunday for his back, and then he gets a foot injury. He re-injures his foot. It's looking like we probably can't bring him back next year, right? I mean, it's a little bit when he heard it and he was working out and like it was new, working it out and it was like new. It was like nah. Oh yeah, I gotta say it like new. I don't know about like new, but yeah, like nah. Yeah, bro. The thing about it is repeat injury and then the team saying month to month. That's what I knew. When you say we're gonna monitor the situation and let you know what it's gonna be as we're going along, but they said month to month. That to me says they are really not sure how long it's gonna be. It could be 2 months, and if it's 2 months, then I mean, it's looking like we may not be able to look at Greg Olsen next year. If we can, that's cool, but going 2 years in a row with the same injury, one that kept him out 10 weeks, and this one right now will keep him out. I mean, right now it's only week 1, but they're saying month to month, and then bring him back for a 3rd year in a row, risking that same injury. And if I was Greg Olsen, someone mentioned some of my comments, if I was Greg Olsen, I'd be maybe kicking myself a little bit because he had that Monday Night Football job. Look, Greg Olsen had that Monday Night Football job, and working for ESPN and that Monday night job pays a lot of money. Look, and that's a job you keep for a very long time unless you curse on air. Unless you curse on air or do something crazy in your personal life, which Greg Olsen would not be doing. I mean, that's a high-paying, long-term job. Honestly, in the back of my head, if I was Greg Olsen, I'd be feeling some kind of way, especially after it being only week 1 and now you're month to month. Can we not bring Matt Khalil off IR? The sad thing is we might need Matt Khalil. The sad part is we might be depending on Matt Khalil to come back after his 8-week vacation. Surgery in the offseason? That's tough. Is Corey Robinson any good? He might be. I think he's a serviceable guy. If you're available after the first week of the season as a tackle or as really any position, be honest with you, but especially as an offensive lineman, if you're available at all, you can make a strong assessment. Every team needs linemen. So it's one of those things where, is he terrible? Probably not. But is he... it depends on what your definition of good is. Is he serviceable? Can he block? Probably. But I think the job is still Amini Tolu's job to lose. And he'll probably get in after if he just plays poorly. Can they void the contract after next year? I think after next year both Khalils are gone. I think this year both Khalils are gone. Yeah, dude. I think Olsen, yeah, he was running in place. He can't put any weight on that. He's not coming back this month at all. When they said month to month, you know for sure he's not coming back this month. Him coming back in 2 months is still pushing it for a refractured foot. A refractured foot. Yeah, Moton's good. We don't need to cut Greg Olsen over a foot injury. It's not a foot injury. It's a recurring foot injury that kept him out 10 weeks last year and then came back in the very first game of this year. So even if he comes back and he's, you never come back 100% from these kind of injuries, but if he's like 90% for the remainder of this season, then you have to think about next season. Are you going to risk a third straight year of a very early injury happening again at the same body part? At some point, you have to understand he's a high volume usage kind of guy. I'm not saying, I guess I kind of am. I'm not saying we have to cut him. I'm just thinking he might be on a snap count. I'm thinking Greg Olsen might be on a snap count, and you really can't have a snap count tight end. You can't have a situational snap count tight end when you have to be someone who blocks, runs routes, and has yards after the catch. I mean, it's just one of those things where the guy is obviously a Panthers legend, but you have to start thinking about that kind of stuff when you have repeated injuries early on in the season at the same body part. A body part you have to use a lot as a route running tight end. Like refracturing your foot is kind of tough, in my opinion. I'm not saying I'm happy that I'm not saying I'm like pushing for him to get cut, but I'm thinking as a franchise you have to think about that kind of stuff. We won half our games without Olsen. We just need guys like Thomas, Manhurst, and Armour to step up. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Greg Olsen is obviously a top 4, top 5 type of tight end in the league, and I don't want to downplay his contributions. By obviously we did well last year without him, but it's really tough to use a roster spot like that. I mean, and honestly, if he comes back this year and plays well, it'd be kind of hard to trade him away. I mean, we wouldn't trade Greg Olsen away, but we would get at least a third rounder for him. I know for a fact we get at least a third rounder for him. But the thing, it's just one of those things when you have a repeated injury. Do I think Cam will retire a Panther? Yeah. He was what you think 70%. There was a 30% chance he would ever injure that foot. He was what do you think 70%. There was a 30% chance. But the fact is that he did re-injure that foot, and it doesn't matter what the chances are anymore. Probability goes out the window when the action has already been done. When the act's already been done, there's no reason to even talk about probability anymore. It happened, and now that it's a 2-time injury, same part of the season, same injury, do you risk a third year? We kept so many players over injuries. Why not Greg Olsen? I think the only players we kept with injuries was O-linemen, and only because we didn't do what I said we should have done. We didn't address our O-line in the draft. And honestly, yeah, I think that's the only people we kept. It was only O-linemen that we kept. And that's because we needed anybody who was over 250 pounds at all, who knew how to get into a three-point stance. If you're 300 pounds and get into a three-point stance, we have a job for you in Carolina. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I don't think that Greg's hurting us. I'm not sure Greg is hurting us because it's a tight end position, and we're pretty straight there. Like having him up on the team right now this year isn't actually hurting us. Also because we didn't even draft any. Our biggest problem is secondary and O-line. Greg Olsen isn't actually hurting us right now, but keeping him on the roster for next year can potentially hurt us, seeing as we have to get O-linemen and secondary members for next year too. And we'll have a lot of cap space next year. So it'll be a really hard sell keeping Greg Olsen. When do you think he'll retire? I mean, honestly, we may not even cut him. He might actually retire after this year. That's the other thing. What year? Either this year or next year. He doesn't play. He doesn't play 2 more years. He doesn't play after next year. Does Kenyon learn how to stop throwing bullets all the time? That's my biggest problem with Cam. He just throws too hard. He throws too hard for short yardage passes. Like a lot of those passes will be a lot more catchable if he would just, not lob it, but throw it a little softer, which is, you don't want to tell your quarterback to let off the steam, but he could, let off a little bit of it. Bringing back KB to play right tackle, Jesus. So, Funch and Smith, what do you mean? They've kept players that have had injuries. Look at Thomas Davis. LOL. Yeah, and I don't want to get too far into this, but I think we all understand why Thomas Davis has come back. Thomas Davis has always come back strong after his ACL injuries. You can say maybe he has a really good workout regimen. You can say, he's doing the TB12 method, but I think we have a pretty decent idea as to how someone comes back very strong from 3 ACL injuries. And I think Greg Olsen is above that. And honestly, we'll see about it. We'll see. We'll see how Thomas Davis plays this year. I mean, there's no guarantee. Whatever. I won't get into that. Do we have to pay him? Who, Greg Olsen? Well, we just extended him. For 2 years, starting this year. I think the second year is a team option, though. I think it was 2 years, but only the first year's contract is guaranteed. But I can see us paying him either way. I wouldn't even mind paying him. But yeah, I think only the first year is guaranteed. Yeah, If our first 4 rounds, if we don't get 2 O linemen in the first 4 rounds, we did it wrong. And if we don't get 2 O linemen and an edge rusher in the first 4 rounds, I think we're doing it wrong as well. I think we have to replace Julius Peppers. Well, honestly, I wonder what Marquise Haynes' technique is. Can he switch? Can Mario Addison switch to the other side? Because honestly, we may not even have to get an edge rusher early. I want to see Marquise Haynes' progression this year. But yeah, we have to go O-line heavy next year, for sure. Why do I think DJ Moore wasn't on the field very much Sunday? Because we didn't need him on the field. We don't need him there. We can let him ease into the offense. We have so many offensive weapons at receiver now. We like I said in my videos. I've said this a lot of times, honestly. But we don't need DJ Moore to be on the field so much. We have really good weapons. I mean, I think that Funches, Torrey Smith, Jarius Wright, Demir Bird wasn't really on the field, but I mean, just off those 3 alone, Torrey Smith, Devin Funches, and Jarius Wright, Torrey Smith, yeah, just those 3 alone are obviously really good options. Greg Olsen was out there, so that was another receiver for us out there, and I mean, we didn't really need him. Now with Greg Olsen being out, that's gonna put more pressure on DJ Moore, and we have to push that timetable up for him. But honestly, our receivers have always been our second or third read. I said this earlier, but our first 2 reads, our first read I think is always our tight end. I think it goes tight end, deep route, back down to tight end or the running back. Our slot guys aren't really our hot reads. Our slot guys, unless they're the first read, unless the play is for the slot guy, they're not really our hot read. They're like our third or fourth read usually. DJ Moore in our system isn't really one of our hot reads unless the play is designed for him. So I think tight end and running back are the 2 more important reads on our offense, and then obviously Funches looking deep is one of the more important reads as well, or Torrey Smith going deep. But yeah, even so, with the way we run our offense, even before North Turner came, just the position that DJ Moore would be playing is not one of our hot reads to begin with. I would sort of prefer the Panthers did bad so we can get a good draft pick. That only counts for the first round, though. And we have good... The thing about that is we actually have a lot of cap space coming in the next offseason. So even if we couldn't get the player we really, really wanted in the draft, we could probably still pay a player to come to Carolina in free agency. Marcus Haynes is an edge rusher. That's true. Do you see us bringing Thomas Davis back after this year? We're loyal to a fault. I see it happening. Do I think we need Thomas Davis Sr. next year? Is a whole different question. I think Shaq Thompson has already replaced Thomas Davis Sr. I'll be 100% about that. I think he's already replaced him. And I mean, last year Shaq Thompson replaced I forgot his name. What's his name again? Captain Munderland. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, he replaced Captain Munderland. That's why Cap was so mad at practice. He wasn't getting snaps because Shaq Thompson was just better in coverage. Shaq Thompson was a linebacker who was better in coverage than our cornerback, and Shaq Thompson can do more in the run support. And I mean, you don't have to do so much subbing out and whatnot with Shaq Thompson. Honestly, I think Shaq Thompson is about as prototypical of a linebacker. Him being in there, getting his reps with Luke and learning from the best. I mean, Shaq Thompson. It's a hard comparison to make, but he could be, with a little bit more speed, he could be a Luke type player. I know Falcons on their page. No, that's cool. Chill. Let them come to the page. I'm okay with anyone, watching the content. Hey, everyone's invited to watch the content. Let's go with you, Falcons Fury. We draft 2 safeties, tight end, 2 alignment D next year's draft. Depending on when and where. Wait, when, really. The where is the when. But yeah, depending on where in the draft we pick those players up. Tight end. Honestly, with Arma, Chris Manhertz, and Ian Thomas, I think we'll be straight at tight end. Be real with you. I start Ian Thomas. If Ian Thomas does well this year, he's our starter. Chris Manhertz can be the backup, and then our third tight end can be Alex Arma as a tight end / fullback. I'm cool as not even picking up a tight end next year. Be 100% real with you. I think we should draft if we're gonna go tight end, we may as well just go a third tackle. Or, anywhere on the line. I say 3 linemen. Anyone. Any position. Any position on the line. I say best available talent anywhere on the line. That's big facts. Y'all gotta use CMC Falcons. That's the best 2 cover guys week 1. And that's what I was saying, Falcons Fury. When you think about it, our 2 biggest weapons, people get caught up in the wide receivers in the pass game, but our 2 biggest weapons in the pass game are our tight ends and Christian McCaffrey out the backfield, and even C.J. Anderson's good at catching out the backfield. And who are the 2 main positions on defense that cover the tight end and the running back? It's usually the middle linebacker or the safety, and the Falcons lost their middle linebacker and their safety, and they only kept 3 safeties on their roster because they run a cover 3 look, which is only 1 high safety. It's either cover 3 or cover 1. And so they got to work with KZ or KZ out there. And I don't even know who their backup middle linebacker is. But any safeties, well, maybe not safety, but any middle linebacker still out in free agency or practice squads is probably not good enough to cover Ian Thomas or Christian McCaffrey. There's a lot of guys starting who aren't good enough to cover either one of those guys. So yeah. Shaq's a dog in the field? Yeah, Shaq is real. Shaq's the real deal. Do you think we still hit as hard today compared to back in the day? Of course not. And if you do, I mean, if it was back in the day, Vontaze Burfict would be a perfect player in the league. But instead, he's seen as a dirty player. If it was back in the day, Vontaze Burfict would be an MVP type caliber player. Big facts. Yeah, Ian Thomas and Marquise Haynes were great steals. Y'all need to draft a corner. Y'all not tired of Julio cooking y'all yet? The Saint wised up. Y'all front seven save y'all DBs a lot. We'll see how our players do, but I will not lie. I'm not a big fan of us not having a single player over 6'1" in the secondary. I want a taller guy. I want a taller, big body, either corner or safety back there. And with Mike Adams being 48.5, we have to look at We have to look at We have to look at what's I even saying? Oh yeah, at safeties next year. I think we look at safeties more so than we do corners. But yeah. Thing is, you're never gonna stop Julio. You're never gonna stop Julio. You can only double team him and force the Falcons to throw to everyone else, which the Falcons have proved time and time again. They are scared to throw to everyone else. And that's tough. Golden is taller if Ron would play him. There's a reason. I think there has to be a reason why Rashawn Golden's not playing. Look. There has to be some kind of reason why Rashawn Golden's not playing. They're seeing something in practice. I'm kind of worried. There's got to be a reason why Rashawn Golden isn't playing. No, I know. Wait, did someone else say that? No, I know that Mike Adams is not 40. I know he's not 40. I know he's not 40. He's old. Is my point. He's old. Is my point. And look, we got to find some kind of youth back there or some kind of height. I just need some size. That's why, even though I didn't really like what he could do, I didn't like his how he's more of a run stopping guy. I still like Adonis Alexander just because he is a strong, big hitting safety. He's more like an in the box type of safety, but he's tall and maybe he can go with those one-on-one kind of guys, those high point kind of guys. But yeah, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Do you want to leave? No? Alright. I'm 41. I know he's younger than me. Yeah, he's not in his 40s. Yeah, he's not in his 40s. I think he's like 37, 38. Yeah. Hold up. She's not going to leave. You're not going to leave, are you? No, you don't want to leave. Okay, close the door. Alright, buddy. You can stay in? You want to leave? Stay in? Okay, you want to sit down in front of the door. That's cool, too. I'll never disrespect someone for wanting to sit down in front of a door and then yell at me. I'm 15 XD. You didn't have to, I'm not going to lie. If you use XD, I already know you're 15. I already knew you. I didn't have to read. I didn't have to read the first part. Just with you saying XD, I knew you were 15. That's not even me being. That's not even like that's no cap or anything. I don't know if I used XD when I was 15, but I said a lot of different things. We were saying a lot of we were saying shit like lol and rafflecopter. Jesus, buddy, calm down, my buddy. Calm down, my buddy. Calm down, my buddy. Calm down, my buddy. Y'all talk trash about Josh. About Josh, but he kept Julio in check at times. Josh who? Oh yeah, Lattimore isn't faster than Dante. Look, we're not gonna front like Lattimore isn't the truth. Hold up. Lattimore is good. Hold up. Julio cooked Lattimore. What Dante gonna do, bro? Oh, I see why he's saying that. Look, I don't want to get into who's faster, but let's be real. Lattimore's a good corner. Lattimore's a good corner. Let's not get too crazy out here. But is he better than Dante Jackson? Look, no one's gonna stop Julio. That's not even the point. That's a bad argument to make, because the premise of it is, if the bar is, can you stop Julio Jones? There's guys. Jalen Ramsey ain't stopping Julio. I mean, and there's not a cornerback in the league better than Jalen Ramsey. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't have the best cornerback in the league. We don't have the best cornerback in the league. We don't have the second best cornerback in the league. And you would need the best corner in the league to stop Julio Jones. Julio's the top 2. You can argue he's the best receiver in the game. Okay. He didn't run away from me. I don't know what to tell you, bro. About Kuechly, no, I missed it. A backup TD? The backup TD is Shaq Thompson. You got a cat too? Luke. Don't be fooled though, KZ is good, and Campbell is good in coverage, but damn, he isn't Deion Jones. That's the thing. The thing is, you're going to have talent. What's up? Okay, you just want to jump down. That's cool too. The thing is, you're going to have talent, but when you lose your Deion Jones was your quarterback out there. Like, when you lose your leadership back there, it has an effect on your team. Him just being on the field has an effect on the whole defense, not just your linebackers, but your corners, your safeties. He's the one calling out the shots. Like if Shaq Thompson is good, but if Luke's not on the field, our whole defense feels it. The whole defense feels when your leader of your team is that middle linebacker. There's teams out there whose leader is like their safety or their corner or their D lineman. That's their leadership. But when your leadership is your middle linebacker, it's kind of tough to come back from that. Luke will never break down. Hey, Luke's had some concussions. Let's not say that too loud. Let's not say Luke will never. Let's not say that Luke will never. Let's calm down with that. Hey, chill. Or Slay, yeah, Darius Slay, yeah, big play Slay is a goon. Now, is he stuck on a horrible, terrible team? I'm gonna have to kick you out. We'll talk later. You and I know Matt Ryan act all hard when he play us. Yeah, he do try to, he tries his best. Matt Ryan tries his best, and by tries his best, I mean he uses Julio. Love Josh Norman, hate OBJ. I like OBJ. I won't front. I'd be just as crazy. If I was OBJ, if I was 22 years old and I was Rookie of the Year, had a crazy catch that made me the most popular athlete in New York City at 22 or 23, let me tell you right now, I'd be crazy than OBJ. I'm not gonna front on y'all. OBJ's better than me. He's a better person than me. I'd be going crazy if I was the most popular athlete in New York City. I'm gonna tell you right now. This channel is family friendly. Y'all ain't never heard me curse on a video. Y'all never heard me say nothing really too crazy. If you follow me on Twitter, I would say some crazy stuff on Twitter. I mean, I hope y'all don't. I think some of y'all do go to my Twitter sometimes. I feel like a lot of people have gone to my Twitter, because y'all have added me on Snap and IG by a lot more than y'all have on Twitter. I think people go to my Twitter like, okay, this guy isn't tweeting about. He's not tweeting about the Panthers. So wait, what's happening here? Wait, what is he saying? I can't follow this. And some of you guys who do follow me on Twitter, but I think for the most part, people do go to my Twitter like, wait, he's not talking about the Panthers too much. Although I do now. I wasn't in the preseason and in the off season because there's really no point in. I'm not gonna tweet about it. I'm doing videos every day about the Panthers. There's no real point in me tweeting about the Panthers every day in the off season. But in the regular season, I'm definitely tweeting more about the Panthers. And you'll get a lot more of my unfiltered opinion on the Panthers and what's going on in the front office on Twitter than on YouTube. I don't want to be. I'm pretty critical, but I'm not gonna call out the reporters. Like, I'm not gonna call out people like Joe Person or what are these guys' names? I don't know their names. Jordan Rodriguez, who we all know about Jordan Rodriguez. I ain't gonna front though. I went to her Twitter. Jordan kind of cute though. Would Jordan like me? Is a whole different question that we're not gonna get into. Jordan kind of cute though. Slows up. My cat wants something. My cat has everything she could possibly want. That girl has everything. I just fed her after feeding her way too early. Or way too early for her dinner earlier. She's got more food. Nah, she's good. She wants attention. She'll get her attention in a second. Ramsey will shut AB and Julio for sure. So far, both Calvin and DJ got 0 catches. Yeah, honestly, the thing about the Falcons is Calvin could get catches, but Julio is in Matt Ryan's ear because he wants that contract. DJ we just have way too many receivers this year. Last year, DJ would be forced to get catches. DJ would have to be. He might have been our best receiver last year, but. Well, honestly, with Mike Shula, with Shula out there, I mean, you never know. Shula out there calling plays, you never know what the receivers will be doing out there. Searching for Ridley, he was last seen last month in New Jersey. Jesus. You know what? I should turn on my. I'm gonna turn on my timestamps just so I know I don't get like behind on talking to you guys. I don't know why I say that out loud. Just because. You guys would never even know I had timestamps to begin with. Either way, he crumbled like Tom Brady. Matt Ryan ain't scared. LOL. He break Luke's ankles once a season. Now, Falcons Fury, you said a lot of things I agree with. You said some pretty, head first, headstrong, things that I find generally logically sound. There's not a single quarterback in the league who's not scared of Luke Kuechly. There's not a single quarterback in the league, and if he's not hitting you, he knows all your checks. He knows your checks, your audibles. He knows all your plays. Look, you're not gonna. Oh, you've been watching film. All right, watch this. That's cool. Watch this. Nah, you're not gonna. Oh, cool. Watch this, Luke Kuechly. He gonna say, well, there's that wheel route, and then he's gonna pick it off himself. He's gonna, or he'll bait you to go to that wheel route. He'll bait that wheel route, make you think he's going over there. And you're like, okay, he's going to the wheel route. I got this slant over here. Nah, he's there too. Nah, Luke Kuechly's there too. There's not a quarterback in the league who don't have a little bit of fear of Luke Kuechly's name. Jordan hating that. Look. What up, Jay? We sweep ATL, split TB. I don't know about the Saints. Look, I don't know about any of these teams, bro. You might be right. I have no idea. The whole NFL has been flipped for me. Just from the first week of games, I have no idea what to believe in this season. Like, even though the Bills are horrible, maybe with Nate Peterman being out, they might do better now. I mean, they might be the worst team in the history. But the Lions, them coming out like that, the Jets dropping 48 points. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick has games where you want to give him the supermax. You want to give Ryan Fitzpatrick LeBron James money sometimes. And then he has games where you want to tell him to leave. You want to say, it's 8 minutes left in the second quarter. You're like, please, Ryan, please, leave the stadium. You do not get to use the showers. I know I'm a billionaire, but I do not want to spend a single cent more on you using my water. I don't even care if we're away. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm sorry, Ryan. You gotta leave. Don't even use my man. Don't even use Arthur Blank's shower. I got respect for Arthur Blank. I don't want you using up his water bill. You gotta drive back to wherever you came from, bro, by yourself. I know we flew here. You better Uber your tail back on somewhere. I don't care where you from. You better find a way back, and you better not put it on the team card. You bet not put it on the team card either. So you never know which You never know which Fitzpatrick you're gonna get. I'm just glad the Saints got the good Fitzpatrick. I'm just glad they got Fitz Magic, and as long as he turns back to Fitz Tragic for us, I want him to be Fitz Magic against the Saints and the Falcons, and and then revert back to a pumpkin against us. I remember when Cam dunked on Sanu. When was that? Y'all just can't hold back 28-3 joke. No, look. I understand. Look. I love the 28-3 joke. I love the 28-3 joke because look, it's a fair point. It's a fair point he's bringing up about 28-3 because people are still bringing up Cam not jumping on that football to me. I swear, anywhere I go where people know I'm a Panthers fan, they still bring up that stupid. Oh man, if I wasn't funny on this channel, they just bring up that play so often. It's like, bro, you don't have to. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. 3.5 years ago, Cam didn't jump on one football in a defensive Super Bowl where he outplayed Peyton Manning. We understand. We had no left tackle in that game. I mean, the dude was basically chauffeuring Von Miller straight to Cam Newton on a red carpet. He chauffeured the man straight to him. What do you want? What do you want? He was throwing out rose petals saying, "On your way, sir." He's like, "You get a sack. You get another sack, sir. Do you want me to? Do you want Cam to drop the ball here? A strip sack for you, Mr. Miller, sir? As you wish." We get those jokes still, so I understand how you're mad about 28-3. But if I gotta deal with Cam fumble jokes, hey, you gotta just handle those 28-3 jokes. But yeah, I think I remember something like that happening, Tab. I think I remember something like that happening. I feel like ooh, yeah, ooh. It hurts. It's something serious. It's something serious. Why was Cam sad in the Super Bowl? You talk about that press conference. The thing that no one ever mentions enough about that press conference was that they had paper-thin walls where they were doing like 3 or 4 press conferences at one time, and it was like very, very thin, like almost just like partitions between the interviews. So Cam Newton was right here, and there was the Denver defense right beside him, just past the partition, and they were yelling, talking about how much they sacked him and stuff. Like, they knew Cam was right beside them, so they were yelling, talking about and laughing about how much they sacked him and whatnot. And when your emotions are high, you just lost the Super Bowl 10 minutes ago. You have to do an interview right afterwards. You just walk off the field, have to get in front of a camera, and you hear the people who just beat you and got a ring after you won MVP, after you almost went undefeated, and you lose a defensive Super Bowl, and you know you lost, and you know it was a tough game, and you have to hear that right beside you. I'm gonna let you know right now. I've seen some of y'all in the comments, and me in general, I'm gonna be real with you. I would have reacted a lot worse than Cam. He just left. Cam did the best thing he could have. Did Tom Brady shake Nick Foles' hand after the game this past year? Oh. But he's cool though. Didn't he? And then they call him a bad sport. But Cam found Peyton Manning and shook Peyton Manning's hand. You know the first thing Peyton Manning did when he won that game? You know what he did? The first thing he did was get a kiss from Papa John. And look, that man is the 8th echelon of racist, hateful, ugly. I don't know what to say about John Schneider or whatever his name is. The next thing he did was say, "I'm gonna go have me a Papa John's pizza," and then he plugged, what was it, Budweiser? He plugged some beer. He had to promote his sponsors before he shook Cam Newton's hand, man. I don't know. You call Cam Newton a bad sport, we can talk about it. Oh, man. And honestly, the thing about that is, well, no class. I'm going to be real with you, Tab Black. I'm going to say it again. If I just beat the MVP in the Super Bowl and we sacked him a bunch too, I'm not gonna lie. As an athlete, the thing that you have to understand about this is people want their athletes who play a inherently violent sport where your job is to hurt other people. Let's not get it confused. They can change the rules all they want, but the goal of football is to enforce your will. It's a 200-pound guys going full speed at other 200-pound guys, and the goal is to impose your will on these guys. They want guys to play an inherently violent sport, and then also be choir boys, and also be like the most respectful. They want these guys to be. They want to force these guys to be role models when all they signed up to do was play football. You don't have to be a role model when you're an athlete. You only signed up to play the sport that you're good at. You played the sport all your whole life. You didn't sign up to be a role model, and honestly, you shouldn't have to be. And honestly, for anyone who played sports at all, unless you played baseball, which I can get into my feelings about baseball. There's probably a few baseball fans. I won't talk about baseball too much, but I'm telling you right now, people talk trash. People who are bad at the game. You go play hoops at the park or at the gym. People who are bad talk that trash, and people who are good talk trash at the lowest level. So you know guys at the highest level are talking trash. You know guys are talking trash at the highest level. What up, Zenotic? Oh yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro. I really do appreciate that. Oh, but nope. Or didn't go to the White House when Obama was in office. Hey, talk about it. Look, I ain't gonna talk about. Look, one thing I will talk about some tough things about. I'll talk about things like the big pharma epidemic in the NFL. I'll talk about a lot of different things. This isn't the forum for me to talk about politics. If you want to talk about politics in the chat, you can. But I don't think this is the right forum for me to talk about politics, so I won't. But I feel you. 100% I feel you. 100% I feel you. Well, yeah, you don't have to apologize for being late, man. Just come when you can. It's all good. Hit that notification bell one time for the one time. Falcons blew it. They had every piece in the multiple weapons. Yeah, they did blow it. All they have to do is run the ball. Honestly, taking sacks late in the fourth, run the ball. Run the ball, chew the clock out, win the game. Didn't Funches get free on the play Vaughn sacked Cam? I don't know, but I do know the play before that. I believe was the play before that was the play where Jericho Cotchery caught the ball and the refs called it incomplete when it was definitely a caught ball, and that would have gave us a first down in their territory, I believe it was. And that was a 10-point swing at the very least, probably a 14-point swing, but at least a 10-point swing where we would have turned we would have gotten 3 points, but it ended up being 7 for them, which is the 10-point. But yeah, man, it was a lot of things went wrong back to back. Yeah, let's change subjects though. I don't think you have any children and not your son. Don't tell me what to do. Oh shit, we getting real. Stop bringing it up. Oh, we getting real, huh? Oh, we getting real, huh? Oh, we getting real, huh? What's up? Yeah, let's change topics. Yeah, you're right. Panthers don't have any more excuses than the Falcons do. Y'all O-line let y'all down. It's like our coach let us down. Hey, look, the Falcons could be a good team. Now, that was our problem for years. We had a bad offensive coordinator, so I understand, bro. We had a bad coordinator. Y'all had Kyle Shanahan, who was top 4? I'll call him top 4, maybe top 3 offensive coordinators, offensive minds in the game right now. He got his own job, and then you picked up Steve Sarkisian. This dude couldn't call collect. This dude couldn't call 411. You got him calling plays. This dude couldn't call 911 in a break-in. He talking about let me run this bubble screen on 3rd and 13. I always bring it up in every video. I always bring up these 2 plays because I will never forget it. I'll never forget he called an end around. He called an end around on 3rd down on the goal line. This man called with a straight face. With a straight face, this man said, he had the sheet. Look, he had the sheet. He was like this. He was like this. He was like this. He said, yeah, what play we gonna call here? What do we have? third down and third and goal. All right, we got a what we're gonna be doing. What we're gonna be doing here is a quick little end around right here. You got that, Matt? End around, third and short on the goal line. Coach, I'm sorry. Did you say end around right here? Yeah, Matt. We're gonna run that really stupid play here. Honestly, I gotta say, the Super Bowl wasn't really even the coach's fault. When you're Matt Ryan, when you're the MVP of the league, when you've been in the league for what was it, 6 years at that point, you have to have the cachet, you have to have the ability to call an audible. Like, people call audibles all the time. You can't audible down to a run and just lie and say, sorry, coach, I saw something in the defense there that let me know that they were probably going to be coming in heatles, or they had our play covered, so I went to a dive play. Or maybe even, you can do a lot of different things. You can do a lot of different things that didn't include getting sacked. Let that clock run. It's tough. All right, Tab Black, thanks for coming through, bro. I might be bouncing soon too. What time is it? How much time have I been on? Almost 2 hours. Oh, it's been 2 hours. Jesus, you've been up for a minute, boy. Let's see. His old high school notebook to write plays. He pissed me off. Y'all wonder why Matt be looking confused. Look, I'm sorry, bro. If you're Matt Ryan and you don't have the go ahead to call an audible and say, sorry, coach, I saw something in the defense. You can't lie to your coach and say, look, I saw something there. The linebacker was cheating up, or the safety was looking at me weird. He was giving me a little wink, coach, and I didn't feel comfortable with that play. I had to call something. Blame it on someone else. Say the ball for me. Say I tried to go play action, coach, but Devontae took the ball from me, bro. What can I do? Tevin snatched the ball in my hand. I think he messed the play up, coach. I think he took the ball in my hand or something, coach. I wanted to take it back. I guess I sold the play action a little too hard, coach. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, bro, but Steve Sarkisian is very confused as to what his goal is, what his job is in the team, man. It's actually a little bit tough. It's actually a little bit tough. It's actually a little bit tough. Yeah, all right, Jay. Thanks for coming through, bro. But yeah, I think I'm actually also... Who's our best cornerback? This is what I'm going to end on. I'm going to end on this discussion about our secondary. And I mentioned this in the video. And I actually wasn't going to... Actually, at first forgot to. But I had to go back. If you watch my video today, you notice that I wore a different shirt than the one I originally was wearing. I had to go back and record more since the injury news came out. Yesterday, I think it was. But, what was it? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I noticed that on a couple downs, we still were dropping. You know how in the preseason, we were putting Dante Jackson, well, everyone on the secondary was playing way too far back. Our corners were playing way too far off the line of scrimmage. And even when it was like, they weren't, even like on like third and whatever, we weren't playing the sticks. We were sometimes playing even farther back than the sticks. We were just playing way too pushed back. I noticed a few times in the Cowboys game where everyone was playing sticks, where it was like third and short, like third and 3 specifically. Everyone's playing sticks. The linebackers on the sticks. Our other corner, I don't know who it was on that play. It could have been Bradbury, but I'm not sure exactly who it was. I won't say it was him. But everyone's playing sticks except for Dante Jackson. I see him. He's at the line. He's at the first down marker, and then he backs up 5 more yards, and Dak just throws it to his man on a quick out. And they get the first down. And I was wondering, I watched that play. That was one of the few plays where, that actually was the first play where I was watching the corners. I was like, wait a second, let me see what the corners are doing here. I was watching the corners pre-snap. I was like, wait a second, why do I see Dante backing up? I was like, why do I see Dante Jackson actually backing up right now? Like, what's happening here? It was very disappointing. We need to put him... and I think the coaches are actually worried about him getting beat deep. That's the only reason they would ever keep giving him soft coverage. Either he can't press... I'm guessing he has no press. He can't jam the receivers at the line, which, I mean, he's 5'11", 185, and benched... I won't even bring up his bench. But it's tough because I really do believe the coaches don't think he has any kind of press coverage, and even though he's fast, he might get beat deep and doesn't have the recovery to come back and get to the ball again. There's no other reason to have him playing such soft coverage at all times. All right, Falcons Fury. Thanks for coming through, bro. Should we start manning up more? I don't know, dude. I really do not know. We play so well in zone. And yeah, the thing is, he does have wheels. But my thing is, there has to be a reason why they're backing him up. There has to be a reason why. Because it can't be for no reason. Like, it can't just be because, oh, that's what we're doing. Because I understand in other plays, if it's 1st and 10, and you have him playing far back off the front, off the line of scrimmage, I get that. 2nd and long, 2nd and even short. Or 2nd and short, yeah, even if you're going to have him playing back off the line of scrimmage. I understand that. But 3rd and short, and everyone on the team is playing sticks except for him, makes me think it's something. But us manning up more, I don't know, man. I really couldn't tell you. Yeah, Monty, exactly. But they were talking about, but their excuse there, which I accepted back then, I accepted them saying, it's the preseason, we're looking at different things, we're trying out new things, we're not going to show all of our stuff, we still have things up our sleeves, tricks in the bag, we're trying out stuff. So I thought, you know what, preseason is a good time to try different things out. You don't want to get beat deep, you want to look at what you guys can do. But in the game, that's going to work against the Cowboys because Dak is inaccurate, they have no receivers. But against the Falcons, that may not happen. Against literally any other team in the NFC South, that can't happen. We play the AFC South, or the NFC South, or NFC East. The Eagles have good receivers. The Redskins, they have Doxson. They have... Do they have that guy? Do the Redskins still have that guy who used to play receiver? Or used to play quarterback? Do they have that guy, Terrell Pryor? Do they still have Terrell Pryor on the Redskins? He's not bad. Who else do they have? They have good tight ends, but that's not really the problem with our corners. That's not a cornerback problem. Yeah, the Redskins are a tight end team. Don't they have 2 good tight ends on the Redskins? Either way, point is, who's the other team? And the Giants. They have a good tight end and a good receiver. Russell Shepard, we saw what he could do. But yeah, Pirates in New York. Oh, never mind. Crowder. Okay, Crowder. Okay. Yeah, keep Bradbury on the ones, but you still have to worry about your number 2 guy, playing so far deep. Either way, y'all. Paul Richardson. Yeah. He's solid. I think he got 600 plus yards last year with the Seahawks, right? Wasn't he on the Seahawks last year? But yeah, I'm gonna call it because I'm actually mad hungry and I have to, I guess, talk to my cat about something. She wants something, and she actually, usually when I kick her out like this and she wants something, she's like scratching at the door and meowing a lot. So I think she's annoyed that I didn't follow her. She's kind of needy. She's like, what, 5-6 months old right now? I think she's like 5 months old. She's kind of needy. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to be out. Thanks for coming through the stream. This will be up. The whole thing will be up. Staying up, I guess, obviously. If you haven't watched my video, peep that. I might be having to make a little move here because this hurricane's coming through. But yeah, man. Let you guys know that I do appreciate your support. And yeah, man. Corn Elder, great question. Wish I could get to it. I'll have to watch for him in this game if I can even watch the game. Let me stop making those jokes. Let me stop making these hurricane jokes. It's not funny. It's actually not funny. I made hurricane jokes last year with Irma and Harvey, and it's hard not to make these jokes. I mean, if y'all actually, in my personal life, I make a lot of jokes. I make a lot of jokes about unfunny things that shouldn't be joked about. But look, man, if you can't laugh at it, then you either gotta laugh or you gotta cry, and I ain't gonna cry. But either way, man, thanks for coming through the stream. If you haven't watched my video yet, definitely watch that. Appreciate you, and I'll see you maybe soon. All right, y'all.